Shakur Stevenson is out of his fight with Joe Cordina. It wasn't necessarily a fight that boxing fans was checking for, but now Shakur Stevenson is out of the fight due to having surgery on his hand. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. the Black Mage, a.k.a. just do this all day, the two-time demonetized champion of the world.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. We have 350 people and 95 likes.
Check it out, man. It's good to be back, you guys. It's really good to be back. Didn't mean to be gone this long, right? But we back, and I will talk about what happened in a little more detail next time we go live. But for right now, Shakur Stevenson is out of his fight with Joe Cordina. And it's not a fight fans was checking for, per se. Me personally, it's like the way I look at this situation, you guys, I didn't really care for the fight too much, but it was what it was. I expected Shakur Stevenson to go up in there and make a statement against Joe Cordina and show fans that he could really go for the gusto and get these dudes up out of there. That's what I was looking for. However, now that it's not happening, I'm looking at it like, well, this guy is starting to have these hand problems, these hand injuries pile up. And moving forward, he may be really gun-shy on now letting his hands go. I'm not quite sure. Leonard Ellaby and Eddie Hearn ran into each other. As we know, Leonard Ellaby is Team Tank. Eddie Hearn is Team Shakur Stevenson. And this happened.
Canelo Alvarez having main event here in Las Vegas on Mexican Independence Day weekend for over 12 years. So this was in September of 2012. Main event here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Why not?
What a big win that
Tank
was
decides to do what he wants to in certain fights.
We can have a big bet on that fight.
Blockbuster event against good running Mayweather.
I think Shakur's the man to beat.
Shakur cannot fuck with Tank. He's a very good fighter. A lot of respect for him, what he's done in the ring.
Mexican
Got a good
Independence
team
Day
around him, but he can't fuck with Tank.
against
I disagree with you on that.
Can't beat Tank.
And now seeing the two OGs squash the beef. It's cool, right? But looking at that particular matchup between Tank and Shakur Stevenson, I don't know if Shakur Stevenson could quite beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Tank Davis never necessarily sat out due to hand injuries. You know, we've seen what Tank Davis can do when the going gets rough, when he has hand injuries himself in the fight. He's still throwing that hand regardless. He'll try to beat you with one hand. He's still letting his hands go with one hand. But Shakur Stevenson is out of the whole situation with Joe Cordina. It could be a situation, some fans may say, right, it could be a situation to where the tickets wasn't moving, nobody was interested in the fight, and he just went on ahead and just got the surgery and said, forget this whole thing altogether, right? There's a lot of little things that happen in boxing that they probably likely won't want to tell us up front. So it probably mask it as, well, he had surgery. He probably really did have surgery. He probably really needed surgery. And, you know, the fight wasn't really moving anyway. You know, we was going to try to have it as a pay-per-view fight, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it just wasn't moving. But looking at the fight between Tank and Shakur, I'm starting to lean more towards Tank Davis because Tank Davis, not only does he have the IQ, the good fighting instincts, now the experience, but devastating one-punch punching power, right? He can end a fight, or he could change the course of a fight with any punch he lands. Tank Davis just got really good fighting instincts. Shakur Stevenson, there's still a lot we need to see from Shakur Stevenson. We've seen Tank Davis get punched. We've seen Tank Davis take a good shot. We've seen Tank Davis have a variety of different situations happen to him in a fight, despite what fans may say about his opposition. I'm just being honest, you guys. Shakur Stevenson still have yet to show us that he could take a good punch, right? When we looking at boxing and we being unbiased, right? You got to, y'all know I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan. Like him more than Tank. However, we've seen more from Tank, despite what you may say about the opposition. We've seen Tank Davis go up in weight, fight bigger guys, despite the stipulations and rehydrations. We've seen him go up in there. We've seen him get punched and get hit on the chin good and had to kind of figure a guy out a little bit. Shakur Stevenson, the big thing about Shakur is how tough is he, right? How tough is Shakur Stevenson? I think we know that Gervonta Tank Davis is a tough little dude. But when we're looking at Shakur Stevenson, how tough is he really? And I'm not saying the hand injury is the indicator of how tough he is. How tough is Shakur Stevenson really? When we're looking at the matchup between him and Tank, since him and since Leonard Ellerbe and Eddie Hearn had that conversation, my thing is, how tough is Shakur Stevenson if that fight was to happen? Will Shakur Stevenson be able to take a Gervonta Tank Davis punch? And this is why Shakur Stevenson in his next fight needs to go for it. And if he gets hit, he just gets hit. He needs to know if he could take a really good punch. And that's just what it is, you guys. But whatever the case, the fight is off between Shakur Stevenson, Joe Cordina. I'm glad to be back. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I miss you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next one. We will talk about what will happen next time we go live. Like, subscribe, hide your boy. Peace out.